Juz, couscous. Simple, easy to prepare and tasty.
Absolutely, yeah. There's so many things you can do with it. What are we doing here?
I'm going to make a Sicilian eggplant stew.
Love that.
Yeah, Sicily's a beautiful place. And we're going to use the San Remo couscous. So we need to get that started first.
Okay.
Grab the bowl. Now, when preparing couscous, really, really easy. Rule of thumb is 2 cups of couscous, 2 cups of boiling liquid.
Okay.
Water, stock, veggie, chicken, whatever you like. So maybe you can pour me 2 cups of couscous, please.
Okay, measuring that.
Yeah, and the next key is to put it into a nice, deep, large bowl.
Okay.
Okay, obviously when we pour the hot stock over, it's obviously going to absorb it and then start to grow.
Yeah, so that's 1 cup.
Beautiful.
And do you flavour your couscous now while it's absorbing the stock?
You know what, you can.
Yeah.
But for this recipe, we're just going to keep it simple and then we're going to add our flavourings later.
Okay, any salt?
No salt, Juz.
No salt?
No salt. Salt's going to go into our stew.
Okay, so
Okay,
in that goes.
make that nice and level.
Yep.
In with our boiling stock.
Right. And I'm going to cover that with some Glad wrap just so it can steam and absorb all the stock.
And just make sure that the couscous is evenly covered with the stock, yeah? Like so.
Okay.
Done.
Just trap all that steam in there.
So we just set that aside 5-10 minutes and let it do its thing.
Okay.
And now we get on to making our stew. So I'll get you dicing up the eggplant for me.
Sure can.
So I don't know if you've been to Sicily, Juz.
Oh, it's on my bucket list.
On your bucket
It
list.
really is, yeah. It's one place I'd love to go, mainly for the pasta and the beaches.
Well, yeah, for me, it was all about the food. And I was lucky enough to travel to Agrigento, which is the closest point to Tunisia. This is where this recipe comes in from, yeah? So that African influence and the flavours.
Yeah, a lot of influence. And I always notice whenever I eat Sicilian food, there's a lot of capers and preserved lemons.
Correct.
Also a little hint of sweetness sometimes with the sultanas. Again, very North African.
Yeah, very much so. And would you believe they actually make a sweet version of couscous?
All right.
Yes, made with pistachios and obviously a sugar syrup.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, very.
It just shows how versatile couscous is.
Oh, it's so good. You know, even sometimes when I'm doing like some crumbed fish at home, I remove the breadcrumbs and I use couscous.
Right,
Yeah.
nice idea.
Really, really good. So, onion, 1 onion, in we go. So it's a bit of a rich stew, I guess.
But vegetarian at the same time.
Yeah, if you wanted to step it up and change it from being veggie, you could add in some pancetta just to get that flavour. But I think personally, it needs to keep to veggies, yeah?
Yeah. Have I cut this the way you want it or is it a bit small?
Nah, that's beautiful. That's all good.
Okay.
So when you're cutting, obviously think about your cooking time, yeah? So with this nice, beautiful dice that Juz has done, it's probably about 3 minutes to cook that eggplant.
Right, so it's a quick stew.
Yeah, quick stew. Pinch of salt, in that
Right.
goes.
Yes.
We need to dice them all
Can
in
do
halves,
that.
please.
In halves, yes.
Now, when we're adding the eggplant into the pan, I know this seems like a lot of olive oil, you need it. It's gonna absorb it all. So I'm gonna get the heat really nice and high now. And in that goes. So just give your pan, coat all the eggplant with olive oil. So we need to cook them for around 3 minutes and allow them to collapse down.
Okay.
Juz, eggplants are getting some nice colour on them now. In with our tomatoes. Capers,
Love capers.
chilli. Now, as much as you like, I'll just put a nice pinch.
I was worried with that bowl. There's just a lot of chilli for this recipe.
In with our olives, like so. Give them a bit of a toss through.
Nice colours.
Yeah, really nice. Now, 1 cup of water. Bring that up to the boil and allow that to simmer for around 5 minutes and it
Okay.
should be ready. Eggplant should be nice and soft and tender. But let's have a look at our couscous.
Yes, please. You can see that it's really doubled in size.
Yeah, definitely. You know already, straight with a fork. This is how easy couscous really is. Just grab your fork, run it across the top, back and forwards, fluffing it up. That's it.
And you don't want to get a spoon in there and mix it because then it'll clump together. I love couscous because it does take moments to get ready. You can substitute it for rice. many
Rice,
dishes.
mashed potato, you know,
Yep.
seriously, you could have this on the side, nice grilled fish or chicken, real
Yeah,
easy.
really nice.
So we're going to add into this, Juz, our preserved lemon. When you buy preserved lemon, obviously in jar or if you do it yourself, you're taking obviously that pith out, the white part, and just using the skin, just slicing that really nice and finely.
The whole lot in?
A whole lot.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
I trust you.
You seem like you're a bit worried there.
It seems like quite a lot, but I do love the flavour of it, so the more the merrier.
Well, it's salty, yeah. It's got salty, it's sharp, it's acidic as well. Just some slivered almonds.
Okay.
Again, all the flavours coming from Tunisia into Sicily, into Italy. That looks great, Juz.
Okay.
I think it's time to serve up. Can you, yeah, you know what, pass me the basil too.
Plate and some basil.
Just straight in, like
Yeah.
so. This dish, I just take it to the table, Juz. So if you can fold in couscous into that serving dish.
Can do, so I'll just pile it up. Just to one side like that.
Perfect. And all I'm going to do is finish off with our eggplant ragu to the front.
I love dishes when they're served like this.
Oh, this is a real family meal. There we have it, Juz. Take this one to the table, serve it up to the family.
This is a wonderful way to show off couscous, but also a very simple stew using vegetables. And we also got a little history lesson on Sicily. Very nice.